horror games have evolved into a genre that offers a truly terrifying and unforgettable experience. From psychological thrillers to jump scares, these games push the boundaries of fear and tension. Whether you prefer the classic survival horror of Resident Evil or the psychological dread of Silent Hill, there's a horror game out there to keep you up at night. Starting off at number 10 is Content Warning. Content Warning isn't just a horror game, it's a terrifyingly hilarious co-op experience that pushes the boundaries of the genre. You and your friends descend into the depths of the old world, armed with cameras and a desperate desire for internet fame. As you explore the decaying, otherworldly environments, you'll encounter grotesque monsters, cursed artifacts, and the ever-present threat of oxygen deprivation. The game's unique blend of humor and horror creates a truly unsettling atmosphere where laughter and screams coexist in perfect harmony. While the game's unique premise and engaging gameplay have contributed to its success, it's the inclusion of explicit content warnings that sets it apart. These warnings highlight the presence of intense horror elements, including graphic violence, disturbing imagery, and jump scares, ensuring players make informed decisions about whether the game's content aligns with their personal preferences and sensitivities.
Right again. Oh no, serpent!
You're dead.
Next over at number 9 is Still Wakes the Deep. Still Wakes the Deep, a chilling first-person horror game developed by the Chinese Room, has emerged as one of the most captivating and terrifying gaming experiences of 2024. What truly sets it apart is its masterful storytelling. The narrative, while sparse, is delivered through environmental storytelling, cryptic notes, and haunting radio broadcasts. This approach allows players to piece together the horrifying events that have unfolded on the rig, creating a sense of mystery and unease. The game's pacing is deliberate, allowing players to fully immerse themselves in the atmosphere and dread the inevitable confrontation with the otherworldly horrors that lurk within the depths. While the game's gameplay is primarily focused on exploration and puzzle solving, it does feature some tense chase sequences that will test the player's nerves. However, the true horror of Still Wakes the Deep lies in its atmosphere and the psychological terror it inflicts, making it a truly unforgettable gaming experience.
Jesus, Ennis, what are you doing up there? That thing will...
Now at number 8 is Alan Wake 2. Developed by Remedy Entertainment, this game masterfully weaves a dark and disturbing narrative, immersing players in a world where reality and fiction blur and the line between sanity and madness becomes increasingly thin. The game's dual protagonist structure, following both the troubled writer Alan Wake and the determined FBI agent Saga Anderson, allows for a rich and multifaceted exploration of the supernatural forces at play. The Dark Place, a nightmarish dimension where Alan's stories come to life, serves as a chilling backdrop for intense combat encounters and atmospheric exploration. The game's masterful use of light and darkness as gameplay mechanics creates a constant sense of tension and dread, as players must carefully manage their resources to survive the encroaching darkness. Alan Wake 2's psychological horror elements are expertly crafted. Plus, the game's narrative is both intricate and thought-provoking, with numerous layers of symbolism and hidden meanings that reward careful attention. Next over at number 7 is Visage. This psychological horror masterpiece, inspired by the haunting legacy of PT, has captured the hearts and minds of horror enthusiasts worldwide. Unlike many horror games that rely on jump scares, Visage builds tension through meticulous sound design, subtle environmental storytelling, and a pervasive sense of isolation. The game's masterful use of light and shadow further amplifies the player's vulnerability, as the darkness threatens to consume them at every turn. Beyond its atmospheric brilliance, Visage boasts a compelling narrative that unfolds through cryptic clues and surreal imagery. Players are tasked with unraveling the dark secrets of the house and its former inhabitants, a journey that requires patience, observation, and a willingness to confront the unknown. The game's multiple endings, each more unsettling than the last, offer replayability and encourage exploration of its labyrinthine depths. While it may not be for the faint of heart, its unique blend of psychological horror, atmospheric storytelling, and challenging gameplay make it a must-play for any horror enthusiast. Moving on to number 6 is Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 stands as a testament to the enduring power of survival horror, reclaiming the series' roots and delivering a terrifying experience. Its first-person perspective plunges players into a claustrophobic world of decay and dread, where every creaking floorboard and ominous shadow threatens to unleash unspeakable horrors. The Baker family, a twisted clan of cannibals, serves as the game's primary antagonists, with their grotesque forms and relentless pursuit, which creates a constant sense of fear and unease. The game's masterful atmosphere is further enhanced by its meticulous level design, which transforms the dilapidated mansion into a labyrinth of terror filled with dark secrets and deadly traps. The sound design is equally impressive, with eerie whispers, unsettling noises, and sudden bursts of violence that keep players on edge. The game's success lies in its ability to evoke genuine fear, not through cheap jump scares or excessive gore, but through a masterful blend of psychological horror, suspense, and visceral terror. Next on to number 5 is The Outlast Trials. The Outlast Trials, a chilling multiplayer horror game set in the Cold War era, has emerged as a standout title in 2024, captivating players with its intense atmosphere, gruesome experiments, and cooperative gameplay. As inmates subjected to a series of terrifying trials within the Murkoff facility, you are all required to navigate treacherous environments, evade sadistic guards, and solve puzzles to survive. This emphasis on teamwork and communication adds a new layer of tension and strategy to the classic Outlast formula, as players must rely on each other to overcome the horrors that await them. The Outlast Trials delivers a truly terrifying experience, pushing the boundaries of the horror genre with its disturbing imagery, jump scares, and unsettling atmosphere. With this innovative gameplay, compelling narrative, and relentless scares, The Outlast Trials solidifies its position as one of the most terrifying and engaging horror games of 2024. Next over at number 4 is The Evil Within 2. The Evil Within 2 has solidified its place as one of the best horror games of 2024. Its descent into a nightmarish world, meticulously crafted by the visionary mind of Shinji Mikami, is an unforgettable journey that leaves an indelible mark on the player's psyche. The game's masterful blend of atmospheric tension, grotesque imagery, and a compelling narrative creates a harrowing experience that transcends the boundaries of traditional horror gaming. The player assumes the role of Detective Sebastian Castellanos, a man haunted by tragedy as he delves into the depths of STEM, a twisted reality birthed from the collective subconscious. This immersive, open-world environment teems with grotesque creatures, each more terrifying than the last, lurking in the shadows, ready to pounce. Its masterful blend of psychological terror with visceral action creates an atmosphere of constant dread and uncertainty, evoking genuine fear and empathy. This challenges the player's perception of reality, forcing them to confront their own deepest fears. It is a game that will stay with you long after you've put down the controller, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks within. Now next over at number 3 is Amnesia: The Bunker. Set in a claustrophobic World War I bunker, players assume the role of a nameless soldier, grappling with amnesia and the horrors lurking within the dimly lit corridors. The game's genius lies in its relentless tension and resource management. Every creak, every shadow, and every flickering light source becomes a potential threat, heightening the player's sense of vulnerability. The constant need to ration fuel for the generator and ammunition for the revolver adds a layer of strategic thinking to the survival horror formula. The game isn't just about running and hiding, it's about making calculated decisions in the face of overwhelming fear. Its procedural generation ensures replayability, with each playthrough offering a unique experience. The environment, puzzles, and even the monster's behaviour can vary, keeping players on edge and uncertain of what awaits around the next corner. This, coupled with the game's immersive sound design and haunting score, creates an atmosphere of dread that lingers long after the credits roll. Now moving on to number 2 is Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2, in its 2024 remake, stands as the undisputed champion of horror gaming, surpassing even its iconic predecessor. This masterpiece isn't just a game, it's a psychological odyssey that delves into the darkest recesses of the human psyche. The game's masterful storytelling, where the protagonist James Sunderland's journey into the fog-shrouded town of Silent Hill mirrors his own internal turmoil, is a testament to its enduring power. The game's environments, once again, are a haunting blend of reality and nightmare, where fog-laden streets and grotesque creatures reflect the protagonist's tormented mind. The sound design, a symphony of eerie whispers and unsettling noises, amplifies the game's atmosphere of dread. The combat, while not the game's primary focus, is refined and tense, adding to the overall sense of danger. However, it's the game's ability to evoke genuine fear and introspection that sets it apart. The 2024 remake, with its stunning visuals and enhanced gameplay, breathes new life into this classic, making it the definitive horror experience of the year. Now down to number 1 is Alien Isolation. Alien Isolation, a masterpiece set within the iconic Alien universe, places players in the role of Amanda Ripley, a young woman desperate to uncover the truth behind her mother's disappearance. As she navigates the claustrophobic corridors of the Sevastopol station, a constant sense of dread permeates every moment, fueled by the ever-present threat of the deadly xenomorph. Isolation's genius lies in its masterful blend of atmospheric horror and pulse-pounding suspense. The game's meticulous attention to detail, from the dim, flickering lights to the eerie sound design, creates an immersive and terrifying world that perfectly captures the spirit of the original Alien film. The xenomorph, a relentless and intelligent predator, is the game's true star, stalking its prey with unnerving patience and striking with deadly precision. Its AI is nothing short of remarkable, capable of adapting to the player's behaviour and hunting them down with relentless determination. In 2024, Alien Isolation remains a masterpiece of horror gaming, a game that continues to push the boundaries of the genre. Its ability to evoke fear and suspense, coupled with its immersive world and compelling narrative, solidifies its position as the #1 definitive horror experience.